Shalom. I want to give praises on the glory to Alba Shema Shaba Shema Kagadash. And yeah, I got some news on World War Three. Well, it's an article. That's all it is. It's an article. So yeah, carrying on. It's called World War Three fears as Russia deploys huge nuclear missile launcher. That London that could. So okay, let me read that again. World War Three fears as Russia deploys huge nuclear missile launcher that could end London in minutes. Or even reach London in minutes. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying, man. And this goes back to a dream that I had, man. Which this dream is basically, it's basically Russia sending missiles, man. Essentially, that's what I'm talking about. Russia sending missiles. It says Russia has sent its Shaknik missile system to Belarus and has claimed its missiles could hit London in just 8 minutes. So imagine that. 8 minutes. What exactly are you going to do in 8 minutes? There's literally nowhere for you to go, to be honest. And it says as EU leaders hold crunch talks over freezing Russian assets, which again, Russia really don't care. And even then, with this dream that I had, it was basically, I was near this hotel. I was inside the hotel, and it kind of looked like the zombies hotel. I think it's called. I mean, the map's called Kindertoten, something like that. Literally, it's the main Black Ops, the Black Ops map. But obviously, there was no NAZI symbols all over the place. But, yeah, I was in there, and the heathen were after me. When I say heathen, I mean these other nations were after me. And what happened was, while I was there. Oh, you're joking. No, let me disconnect from this one. Because I don't know what it's saying power off. Yeah, there we go. I had to turn off the gases, man. They weren't working properly. You know what? It's one of those ones. Let me just pop the glasses back in my pocket because it's just weird. The glasses told me power off, and it's still. But the glasses are still on. The glasses are still on. So it's like, what's going on here? But yeah, like I was talking about the dream. Yeah, I was being chased around by other nations. What I decided to do was I was teleporting inside the place. And what happened was I teleported near the windows, and I saw the 3 nuclear missiles. I saw 3 ICBMs basically coming towards the UK, man. There was 3 of them. And when the other nation got close to me, I told them to stop. Then I pointed outside the window and I said, look, nuclear missiles. And they all looked. And they started running for their lives. Because obviously, how can you say, man, these missiles can have multiple warheads. It can have multiple warheads. But it says Vladimir Putin has finally carried out his threat to move Russia's Shechnik nuclear missiles system into neighboring Belarus. According to the country's president, Alexander Lukashenko, in which this is all prophecy. This is all prophecy, man. He said the move is seen as a direct threat to NATO and the West, and the Russian military had previously claimed its missiles could reach London in just 8 minutes. President Lukashenko said that a Shechnik, an immediate range ballistic missile system, arrived in the country on Wednesday and is entering combat duty. They do not say how many missiles have been deployed or give any other details. Like I said, this is prophecy, man. This is something that's going to happen, but when we least expect it. Like it says, 8 minutes. 8 minutes for those missiles to fly over, man. Next to go to Isaiah 54 and 16. And it says, behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the wasteland to destroy. And the wasteland being those missiles, man. First and foremost being the NAZIs. They basically paved the way to nuclear missiles. But if you didn't know, them Germans that were making those missiles, they ended up going off to Russia and America, and because they did that, I can see the chariot from here, man. I can see the chariot from here. Well, for instance, how about the chariot's literally right over there. Where this one was pointing, right over there. But yeah, like I was saying, going to those Germans, some of them went to Russia and some of them went to America. Hence why when you look at it today, Russia and America have the best of the nuclear missiles. And even then going to a smith. A smith is someone that makes weapons. And again, that's going to the scientists. Man. The scientists are the ones that literally make these weapons. Man. And even then, these wasters, He's literally there for the reason of destruction, man. As it also makes mention in Amos 9. And 8. It said, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh shall shine upon the sinful kingdom, and that sinful kingdom being America. And I will destroy it from off the face of this earth, saving that I will not only destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. And the house of Jacob being the Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, including the Mexicans and similar Indians. Oh yeah, and I also forgot the Israelite foreigners that have been scattered among these other nations, that look like the other nations, whose bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That'll also be delivered, man. Like it says. James 1:1, it says, James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So yeah, the 12 tribes have been scattered abroad. We've been scattered among all nations. Hence why we're going to come looking like all nations. And it says, this move is seen as a direct threat to NATO and the West, and the Russian military, as previously claimed, its missiles could reach London in just 8 minutes. President Lukashenko said that an intermediate-range ballistic missile system arrived in the country on Wednesday and is entering combat duty. So I said, so then again, like I said, it's entering combat duty. And because it's entering combat duty, what does that mean? They're going to be used, man. These missiles will be used. I said Russian President Vladimir Putin also said on Wednesday that the Sheknik will enter combat duty this month, but did not give any other details. Mr. Putin made the statement at a meeting with top Russian military officers, which again, there's the picture right there. It said US President Donald Trump has unleashed an extensive diplomatic push to end nearly 4 years of fighting following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, but Washington's efforts have run into sharply conflicting demands by Moscow and Kyiv. Russia has previously deployed tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus, whose territory used to launch a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. And it says Mr. Lukashenko has previously said that his country has several dozen Russian tactical nuclear weapons. Russia first tested a conventionally armed version of the Sheknik Russian for asymmetry to strike a Ukrainian factory in November 2024, in which we were seeing that. We were literally seeing that. But it looked like stars falling from heaven. He said that Mr. Putin has boasted that this is impossible to intercept. He says it's impossible to intercept. And which that's in the book, in the scriptures. What's it called? But yeah, these are the missiles here, man. Joel made mention of them. Joel 2 and 3 says, I fired the vow before them. and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. And then again, the fire that comes from the fire that devours before them is the fire that comes out of their mouths, being the nuclear warheads. And behind them, the flame burneth, going into. That's how the missiles fly. The fire comes out from behind, and the missiles are able to move in different directions. It says the prince of them, it says the prince of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. And going to the same vision that John had when he said he saw the army of the horsemen. And it says and these missiles are very loud as well. They are very loud. Hence why it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. So yes, man. There we go. My ear just opened up. Huh. Oh, there it is. The chariot's still there. I said before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness, going to shock, being shocked, man. They're going to be shocked, especially when they see these missiles coming from afar. So they shall run like mighty men, going into the Lord's army, which is those nuclear missiles. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and the wall being the defenses, meaning they're going to bypass the defenses. It says, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. And the reason why they're not going to break their ranks is because essentially they're combined. When I say they're combined, I mean they have the same purpose. These missiles have the same purpose, which is to get past the defenses and just destroy what's there, man. And even then, the Lord's going to control them, man. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is going to control them. And it says, neither shall one thrust another. Yeah, it said, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone they shall walk everyone in his path. Meaning they're going to hit their exact targets. Why? Because they're highly accurate. It says, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So like I said, what's it called, man? Yeah, they won't be wounded by these anti-air defense missile systems. So when they kick in to try and destroy the missiles, they won't be able to. And even then, as where is it? Oh yeah, as it says here in the article, it says Mr. Putin has boasted that this is impossible to intercept. So yeah, these missiles are impossible to intercept. So then again, they're going to hit their exact targets, as it also makes mention in the scripture. And wait, that's going into second address. Second hedge was 16 on 13. It says for strongest his right hand that bendeth the bow. And again, the bow being those nuclear silos. It says his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. And going to that word sharpshooter, which means these missiles are highly accurate. It says and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So yeah, these missiles are going to be fired from the ends of the world. From one end to the other, man. It says he has warned the West that Russia could use it next against allies of Kyiv, that allowed it to strike inside Russia with their longer range missiles. Yeah, with their longer range missiles. The Russian leader has bragged that their Shetny's multiple warheads plunge. See, they have multiple warheads. It has literally multiple warheads. And then again, I want to show you the chariots, man. It's just over here. There it is. As you see, look at it. It's literally changing color. Oh, there's another one. There's one in the shape of a diamond. There's one. There's actually 3 right there. There's 3 over there, man. There's literally 3 chariots over there. There's literally 3 chariots over there, man. One the shape of a diamond. Another one that looks like a little circle ball. And then there's one that looks like just like a light. And from here I can see it. From here I can see it. What's it called? It's flashing. But yeah, it said he warned the West if Russia could use it next against allies of Kyiv that allowed it to strike inside Russia with their longer range missiles. The Russian leader has bragged that Shetny's multiple warheads plunge at speed of up to Mach 10. So these are what's it called? Then again, these are what's it called? What's it called? These must be hypersonic missiles. And it just says they can reach speeds up to Mach 10 and cannot be intercepted. You see that it cannot be intercepted, man. Verse 9, Joel 2 and 9, and it says they shall run to and fro in the city, going to these missiles. They shall run upon the wall, and they shall climb upon the houses. That's the flames, man. The flames are going to be everywhere. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Like a thief. Literally, a thief is someone that sneaks up. It sneaks up upon you. I want to say sneaks up upon you. I want to say sneaks up upon you. It's going into. Then again, they basically got the drop. They got the drop basically. But yeah, And that's what these missiles are going to do. They're going to get the drop. As the article may mention, it's going to take 8 minutes. 8 minutes from Belarus to London. 8 minutes. It's going to come like a thief. It's going to come like a thief in the night. And it says the earth shall quake before him. It says the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark. And the stars shall withdraw their shining. Going into a mushroom cloud, man. So when a mushroom cloud pops out, it's going to literally blind it. Well, it's going to make everything unseeable. Like the moon, the sun. It's literally going to cover it all. Even the stars are going to cover it. You won't be able to see any of them. And you see, listen to this, man. Joel 2:11. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, being those intercontinental distances. For his camp is very great, for he is strong, that executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? And essentially no one. If the Lord ain't with you, you're not abiding it. You're not bypassing it. You're going to be in fear. You're going to be in terror. No, I need it. Yo, that's crazy. This is what that Shetnik does, man. There it is, man. There it is. So essentially, it says first stage, and that's the first stage. The missile goes up, and as you can see, the fire behind it, man. The fire's literally behind it. And then you got here. It basically breaks off. Again, it breaks off again. And you see that one right there. That one right there. That one right there. It says it's in the Earth's atmosphere, meaning it's all the way up in the sky. And the last stage is the warheads, in which when you look at the warheads, you see them come out. So again, these warheads could hit in multiple places, man. Now let me go back. And it says, President Putin claims our Shetnik missiles cannot be intercepted. And literally that's going into the scriptures, man. these missiles can't be intercepted, man. As it says, it's going to bypass their defenses. It says Russian state media boasted that it would take the missiles only 11 minutes to reach an airbase in Poland, and 17 minutes to reach NATO headquarters in Brussels. There's no way to know whether it is carrying a nuclear or a conventional warhead before it hits its target. So yeah, you won't even know. Literally, you won't even know. Literally, the only thing that you'll know is there's a missile coming. Is it going to contain a nuclear warhead or a conventional one? Like I said, you will not know. Then again, you won't know until it's literally exploded. And it says the immediate range missiles can fly between 500 and 5.5k kilometers. And it says such weapons were banned under a Soviet era treaty that Washington and Moscow abandoned in 2019. So yeah, it's been abandoned, man. They will use these missiles, man. So Mr. Putin and Mr. Lushenko have previously said that the Shetnik will be deployed to Belarus before the year's end. While citing a security part with Mr. Lushenko in December 2024, Mr. Putin said that even the Russia controlling the Shetniks, Moscow would allow Minsk to select the targets. I don't know who Minsk is. I have no idea what the Minsk is. All I know is these missiles can hit on multiple targets. These missiles can hit multiple targets. He noted that if the missiles are used against targets closer to Belarus, they could carry a significantly heavy payload. So anyone that's close to Belarus, they're gonna load it up with them heavy warheads, man. And when I say them heavy warheads, I mean those heavy nuclear warheads. So yeah, it says significantly heavy payload. In 2024, the Kremlin released a revised nuclear doctrine, noting that any nation's conventional attack on Russia that is supported by a nuclear power will be considered a joint attack on his country. So yeah, if you're firing nuclear missile at them, they're gonna come upon you, man. The Lord's gonna raise them up, man. As it also makes mention Ezekiel. Ezekiel 38 and 4, and it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And when you put hooks into someone's jaws or into a fish's jaws, you're able to move the fish wherever you want. So wherever you are, you can drag the fish towards you. And it says, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company, and that great company being his allies, man. With bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, being weapons, man. So the threat was clearly aimed at discouraging the West from allowing Ukraine to strike Russia with longer range weapons, and appears to significantly lower the threshold for the possible use of Russia's nuclear arsenal. The revised Russian doctrine also placed Belarus under the Russian nuclear umbrella. So Mr. Lushenko has ruled the nation of 9.5 million with an iron fist. For more than three decades, the government has been repeatedly sanctioned by the West for its crackdown on human rights and for allowing Moscow to use its territory during the 2022 invasion of Ukraine. It says while maintaining strong ties with Moscow, Mr. Lukashenko has also sought I don't even know that. I don't even know what that says. It says rapper Kement with the US on Saturday, Mr. Lukashenko freed 123 political prisoners, including Nobel Peace Prize laureate Alice, as part of a deal with Washington that lifted US sanctions against the Belarusian potash industries, a key source of export earnings. And again, that's the end of the article, man. And even them going into allies, verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gorman and all his bands, and this going to Turkey, and all his bands being his army. And just the house of Togum of the North Quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. And again, going to the word bands, it means army, man. So they're gonna be up there with the armies. In verse 7 it says, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So yes, Russia is going to be a guard to these other nations that I made mention of, man. Going to their allies. And even then, Isaiah 13. Let me start at 9. So as it says Isaiah 9 and 5. It says for every battle of the warrior in confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So yeah, this World War 3 is going to be by way of burning and fuel of fire, man. And Isaiah 13 and 5. It says they come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And that's exactly what these missiles are going to do, man. It's going to destroy the whole land of America. Not only America, but it's also going to destroy the UK too. And it says how ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from Almighty. And Almighty means to be all powerful, man. All power. Love no power. It basically means to have complete power. And it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Meaning they're going to have heart attacks, man, when they see these things. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. So then again, when these missiles come, they're going to be shocked. Not only they're going to be shocked, but also I forgot about her. Usually going to what's her name again? Yeah, her name's Shireen. Yes. And I'm sure she got fans as well. I still remember a song, man. I literally had a song. Is it stuck in my head? The song's stuck in my head, man. Face shall be as flames. And it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cool, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So yeah, you want to take the MOTB, doing the RFID micro CHIP, and the brain CHIP. If you want to take it, go ahead. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to destroy you, man. Literally, then again, you think Esau is your God. That's what you've said when you've taken these devices. You're saying Esau is your God, and therefore, because Esau is your God, you can be destroyed with him. So for the stars of heaven and the constellations shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And then again, going into those nuclear missiles, man. Or should I say, those, not those, basically being the warheads, but the mushroom cloud that comes from these missiles detonating. It says, now punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So yeah, all those who are prideful, man, the Lord's gonna visit you, man. The Lord said he hates pride. And if you want to be prideful, then guess what? The Lord's gonna visit you, man. He said, now make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. And again, this going to those prophets. They're back here on the earth today. Or you could even say the righteous men of Yahweh Shemar Shaiman. Basically being that elect, simple as that. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of their place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. So you're gonna be destroyed, man. It says, everyone that is joined unto them. Everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And the sword being those nuclear missiles, man. And let me also get this, actually, yeah, that's basically it, man. That's basically it. But yeah. I want to give a, you know, let me do it over here. I want to give a praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemar Shai Ba Shem Rakabaka. And Shalom.